So welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and today's story comes from Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, number 54, published in July 1961 with story by Robert Bernstein and art by Kurt Swan. Several times before you've seen Jimmy Olsen, Superman's young pal, become Elastic Lad and stretch his body into the weirdest shapes. Now you'll see Jimmy in his supreme test as an elastic contortionist as he battles the toughest wrestlers in America in a winner-take-all contest, and you can't possibly imagine the amazing holds Jimmy will invent in Elastic Lad's wrestling match. Uh-oh, here comes the ugly Superman, the world's champion wrestler, but beating him should be a snap for me now that I've got elastic powers. One morning at the planet, as Jimmy Olsen eagerly approaches Clark Kent. Hey Clark, I just mastered a new jiu-jitsu hold. Please let me try it out on you. I'll be careful not to hurt you. Okay, Jimmy, just let me take my glasses off. And he throws Clark with his jiu-jitsu. Here are your glasses, Clark. And oh my God, you're Superman. Oh no. Well, how's my style? I'm covering today's wrestling matches at Metropolis Arena, and I figured a knowledge of wrestling might help. Oh, you're great, Jimmy. By the way, I'll be around the arena today too, covering a special event at 5 p.m. at the county fair nearby. Superman's wearing a lead blindfold will be shot out of a cannon. Though blindfolded, he's supposed to land in a narrow hole in the ground. Okay. So Jimmy Olsen goes to the Metropolis Arena. Hello, Jimmy. You'd better hurry. The main event has already started. Okay, Ed. I was just looking at this sign offering $5,000 to anyone who can lick Duke McCone's stable of bone crushers. Now, folks, for today's surprise attraction, Duke McCone is offering $5,000 to the man who can last 1 hour against his wrestlers. 1 hour against his wrestlers. Till someone comes forward, Blubber Ben, the next star, will take on all comers. Hey, Ed, get a load of this. So he takes on Mac the Martian, who has a ridiculous costume, and he appears to punch him so hard that he knocks his teeth out. It's fixed, Ed. The Joker's allowed himself to be clipped. I don't understand this since they're both wrestlers. I don't know who's competing for the $5,000. And these teeth are fake. They're made of cheap ivory. That wrestler wasn't trying to beat Blubber Ben. He's one of McCone's stooges, and he fooled the fans with this phony teeth gag so that Blubber would look unbeatable. So next he takes on Totem Tom and appears to scalp him, except Jimmy again is not buying into it because the hair he pulled off his red wig and the hair under his arms are dark. So he goes back to his apartment and switches into his Elastic Lad costume and gets his elastic serum to return and challenge for the $5,000. Minutes after, as Jimmy dons a sweatshirt and re-enters the arena, there goes Tiger Tom, running from Blubber Ben like a frightened house cat. And now, since nobody has volunteered to wrestle Duke McCone's grapplers... Well, okay. Wait, pal, I'll take him on. In this sweatshirt, McCone won't recognize me as Elastic Lad. I thought... Okay, this doesn't make sense. Hey, Duke, let me wrestle that kid. I'll tear him limb from limb. No, Ben, you've done enough today. I'm replacing you with a new wrestler, the Abominable Snowman. Only thing I'm wondering about is what's he drinking from that bottle? So he removes his shirt and reveals himself as Elastic Lad. Elastic Lad? I heard about him. He's Jimmy Olsen, the Planet reporter. Now I know what's in the metal bottle. The elastic serum that gives him his power. So he takes on the Abominable Snowman, who appears to be blowing an icy breath from his mouth. Icy breath, bunk. It's an old trick they use in the movies. Inside his mouth is an insulated bag of dry ice, which gives off smoke when he opens his lips. And it looks like the snowman is going to win, but Jimmy Olsen uses his stretching power to grab ice cubes out of Lucy Lane's cup and touch it to the Iceman's back. Yo! Humph! Some snowman. He can't even stand contact with an ice cube. Okay, Elastic Lad. You got him pinned. Ease up. Well, McCone? Well, nothing. You ain't won yet. You gotta last an hour against all comers. I'm bringing out my next wrestler, and you won't stand a chance. The gladiator is now turning over his net and trident to the attendant. He doesn't need weapons, Jimmy. He looks strong enough to pin you with his pinky. Don't worry, Ed. As long as my elastic powers last, I can't lose. But it looks like he is losing as he's down almost for the count when all of a sudden he stretches into a length of rope My gosh, Elastic Lad's turned himself into a human tightrope. The gladiator is trying to balance himself on it, but he ain't gonna make it. Yo! And he falls to the ground. 1, 2, 3, it's a fall. Well, Mr. McCone, don't well me. You got a long way to go to win that $5,000. 40 more minutes. And I got a different wrestler for every minute. Bring on the bee. More than an hour, or more than half an hour to go. I hope I can keep this pace up against the rest of McCone's wrestlers. Now listen, B. You get this kid, see? Or you get him good. I ain't losing no $5,000 to charity. I would be surprised if you'd had the $5,000. Yow. A referee, the bee has concealed stinger. He stung me with it. I didn't see anything. Go on with the fight. No use yelling foul to the referee. He's in cahoots with McCone. Because of his stinger, the bee has me almost pinned and paralyzed. But I've got an idea. 1, 2. Okay, bee. See if you're an insect. If you're an insect, I know how to lick you by becoming an enemy of all insects, an anteater. His tongue wrapping. He's wrapping it around the bee. Now he's flinging the bee away like he was fired from a slingshot. Yes, sir. It's about time this bee flew. Hooray for the human anteater. Hooray for Elastic Lad. Well, Elastic Lad is taking bows. I'll take his elastic serum. I'll switch bottles with him so that his next swig will consist only of water. Psst. This stuff works instantly. Now you'll have the elastic powers. Come on, Elastic Lad. Let's get with it. But McCone switched bottles on me. My powers are wearing off. Now he has my elastic powers. That's the ugly Superman. But I've got to last 10 more minutes. I must stall around. I've got to brainstorm. Hey, let go of my nose. As Jimmy stretches the ugly Superman's nose to a fantastic length. Ha ha! Look at that. He's jumping rope with the ugly Superman's nose. Okay, Buster. Have your fun. We'll give the folks some laughs before I lay you out. Now I must think of something else. I must last till 5 o'clock. As time ticks away and Jimmy uses desperate trick after trick. 4 minutes to go. Can I hold out that long? Maybe if I stay away from him. But if this Hulk ever gets his hands on me, it's all over but the funeral. Then, as the ugly Superman contracts his legs and grabs Jimmy. This is it, kid. It's all over now. He's right. I'll never get that $5,000 for charity. Gosh, how I wish I could call Superman in a spot like this. Wait, I just got an idea. I've got you now, ugly Superman. I'm throwing this bottle where you'll never find it. Now your elastic powers will soon wear off. Says you. You forgot one thing, kid. I can stretch myself to giant size and look for the bottle outside the arena. He fell for my trick. Now he's become a giant-sized target for Superman, who is being shot from a cannon at the fairgrounds at exactly 5 p.m. I figured out that the trajectory of Superman's flight will carry him right over the arena. Thus, as Superman is fired from the cannon on schedule. What a stunt! Wearing a lead blindfold, Superman has become a human projectile that must drop into a narrow hole in the ground miles away. Right. He had to figure out ahead of time by super calculation the precise trajectory of his flight. Since he can't see where he's going, Superman can't alter his course by even 1 degree. And so, as the ugly Superman retrieves his bottle, whoosh! Ugh, I'm being knocked down by a hurricane. My calculations were correct. I am entering the hole. Soon in the arena. What happened to me? It's like a typhoon struck me down. My opponent never knew what hit him. The downdraft from Superman's super speed flight overhead bowled him over, and now it's easy to pin him thanks to Superman. I've won $5,000 for charity. But the next day at the planet, there's a laugh for you, Clark. Jimmy challenged the copy boy to a hand wrestling match and lost, but yesterday, I know, as Elastic Lad, he defeated all of Duke McCone's wrestlers. I guess without the elastic serum, Jimmy simply snapped back to his old form.